This must be the railroad.
It would appear so. Likely part of Denver's old system. This city was a major transport hub in the early years of freight trains. This particular line appears to have been abandoned some time ago. It was originally constructed to transport supplies to an underground factory. But now, it seems even the electrical system is no longer functioning.
Yeah, it's pitch black in here.
As a cyborg, I trust this is not a serious concern.
Maybe. I think. Anyways, welcome back to Metal Gear Rising, guys. This part, we are in the Denver sewer system, trying to make our way to the court martial building, or the world marshal building, where most of the already established villains are waiting for us very patiently. Very thankful for them for waiting that long. You know, you'd think they'd like be tracking us, but no, they're just hanging out.
They still have not noticed you. Do not expose
Basically,
yourself.
this is pretty much pretty much like the only part in the game where you really got to use stealth if you want to make it out of here unscathed, because all the big ape enemies and a lot of the little tiny like roly-poly enemies are all around this area, and they're annoying as crap. So use your Batman vision, like detective mode in this section a lot. It'll help. So you can get to jump on enemies like that and just, you know, stay in the shadows, because it's a lot easier if you don't get detected to get to the door you have to get to. And I did it once, but I don't think I do it here. This is a kind of tense part because, again, yeah, like these little enemies right here give away your position like really quickly. It's annoying, but yeah, what are you gonna do? Kind of. I'm going to assume that nobody uses this train station down here
There is a
anymore because, like,
use it to return.
I mean, maybe they do, but it seems too broken down for anybody to use it. So why are there why are the apes and stuff down here in the first place? Like, are they expecting me to come down here? But yeah, like I said, they send a lot of these bigger ape enemies at you. Though, even though I can, for the most part, handle them pretty well. It's still annoying to have them here in the first place. So, you know, if you can avoid them, pretty much. That's my advice to you. Yeah, they can stun you. And the worst part about, I don't know if I talked about this earlier, but the worst part about these ape machines is that when they whack you and stun you for a second, then they'll sometimes jump in the air and do like this big like kick. It is annoying because like, it'll take like half your health. It's annoying. It's like they get like endless combos like that kick right there. You're gonna want to really watch out for that. Yeah, take out the big guns. Oh, like I said, it stinking hurts. See, I thought I had it right there, but then out of nowhere, those little roly-poly things came out of it. Like, where do they come from? They weren't there. I only saw the ape on the screen. Like, I didn't see anything else. Like, it's like designed for you to always get caught with that. Oh, well, I'll beat this guy this time then. No problem. It's gonna be no big deal. It's gonna be no big deal. It's all thanks to my Gray Fox sword. Ow. I mean, if you get these ape guys into like a pattern, they become a lot easier to defeat, especially when they're on their own. When you're fighting these two guys like in an elevator sequence together, then you better come really prepared, because that's the most annoying part about this game, is when they group all the big enemies together and like first off, at the most inopportune times. Secondly, because like they just throw a bunch of enemies at you in certain sections. I'm like, You don't need to do that. Like, the game is already hard enough as it is.
Raiden, it would appear your only way forward is to return to the surface. You will exit into an evacuated commercial district. Security is heavy, but you need not worry about collateral damage when engaging the enemy.
About time. Finally, I can cut loose.
Proceed to the right from the exit. You will find a stairway on your right. Those stairs lead to a shortcut to World Marshal Headquarters. Do not be distracted by the advertisements.
It's almost like
You
he's
are
a
not
dog.
here as a tourist.
Sure.
Anyway,
I'll just buy
that was
a quick
the
souvenir or two for Rose, and that'll be it.
underground section. Now we're out in the city. Yay, city. And already we have a
Remind me to
big
teach you about
tank.
sarcasm.
Come on.
I understand your
It's one of those Metal Gears we fought as a boss earlier.
Do not find them entertaining.
So, like, did the city of Denver just get, like,
Right. You have
evacuated?
almost reached World Marshal Headquarters.
because, like, nobody else is, like, ever around in any of these. I mean, at least in the beginning of the game, you saw a cutscene, like, where it was, like, I think it was, like, in Africa or so, like, where people were walking around the streets and all that. Like, ever since then, like, is the town just completely evacuated for me? I don't think I'm that big of a threat. I don't know about you guys, but I mean, I might be the ultimate gaming warrior, but that's a bit ridiculous. Though. You don't gotta tell everybody to leave. So I tend to bring the party as well.
It appears there are enemies on the overpass. I suggest cutting the road supports. That should bring it down.
I never get how cutting off its like little shield protector things like stuns it. I don't get it. But it's already dead. Like I said, as the game goes on, the bosses that were some of the hardest in the game as of that point become some of the easiest. It may just be me, but I find those bigger Metal Gears easier to fight than the 8s. Probably because I'm weird, but I just do. Alright, now you can avoid people here by using the almighty box method. You can't find me. They'll never suspect a box moving around.
Enemy ahead, Raiden. Avoid fighting if you can.
Oh no, it's about to rain in Denver. That's not good. And we passed him. That was certainly hard. Hardest thing I've ever done in my life. Now they get up the stairs without being caught. They'll never suspect the man in the box. It seems like every cop in this town, and like every town, is just a cyborg.
The stock LQ-84 Fenrir.
I wonder if you can go through like a no-kill streak in
Dog
this.
has a far greater intellect.
That'd be actually pretty interesting to try. Like going like a no-kill run in Metal Gear Rising. For the quota.
That's my boy.
Blade Wolf, I'm so sorry! Alright. Yeah. The rank in this game is so arbitrary at this point.
Isn't this all a bit much? Any decent lunatic would have quit after Mexico.
Jetstream, Sam.
I heard you chopped the land director in half. Old habits die hard, eh, Jack? But now here you are. The child's soul. Fighting for
Yes. That's why I bought this game.
But you're a man on a mission, aren't you? Gonna fix everything. Just you and your little sword there. Solve everything with violence. Is that it?
My sword is a means to an end. To protect those you'd prey on.
Really? Let me ask you. All those cyborgs you've killed up to now, maybe they weren't kids, but they were people. You ever think about them? When you're chopping them into hamburger?
They're adults. They made their choice.
Sure they're adults. Sure they signed up for this. Right on the dotted line of their BMC contract. Usually they're no strangers to war. In fact, many times they already lost a limb or two. Many times they were out of work and starving on the street. So yes, they sign up for surgery to fight God knows where. How else would you provide for your family when your country's embroiled in civil war? Pain receptors shut down, pumped full of fear-inhibiting nanomachines and sent right into the blender? Your blender? But they made their choice, right?
You're not my dad.
Open your eye and see, Raiden.
I've seen plenty.
Then listen. Those battlefield emotions
That
the
voice does
nanos
not match
express,
the face.
Listen to them.
What are you talking about?
There he is! Kill him!
Can we take him?
What's wrong?
The way he killed all the others? Oh God. Please God, don't let me
Okay.
die.
Let's do this!
This isn't fair.
Little punk!
Listen closely now.
Die!
This life. I watched my wife and son die. This is all I had left.
You ain't shit!
Goddamn, I even took my legs. I needed a job. I didn't know what I was signing up for.
Okay, we get it. Feel bad for us. Kill him already.
Is something the matter, Raiden?
Me, being the psychopath I am, will not hesitate to kill them all at once. Dead.
I've nearly saved enough to bring Mama to the States.
Finish him off!
Dead.
This torture.
Stop it!
Dead.
What am I even fighting for?
Beauty of death. And dead. Well, that was fun. You're next, Sam. Was I not just walking towards the next area?
Raiden, are you injured?
I thought they had a choice. A fair choice. Not like you.
People are different.
As opposed to AIs? You're all the same, huh? You and your brothers. Manipulating mankind for our own good.
It appears my statement has upset you. I apologize.
No, it's... I know you're right.
As for AIs, we adapt as we learn. Just as any intellect operates, man or machine. Altering the course of mankind is not among my defined directives.
I guess that's a relief.
Samuel's behavior does not match established parameters.
You know him?
Affirmative. We served together on 3 previous missions.
How come none of this was ever shown in any of the DLCs?
You think highly of him.
I have always found him dependable. Until now. Scouting data.
We have Sam's DLC, which does not touch on that, and we have Blade Wolves, which does not touch on that.
I'll patrol ahead.
Yep, well,
You follow.
whatever. Draw your own parallels. I guess they were friends. I mean, you kind of really have, like, no choice. I mean, you can hit them, but it's the most sloppy, like, whack with a one-handed sword. And you don't, like, even do that much damage, so... Just do what I'm doing and just walk your way around. There aren't any, like, big metal gears or anything like that, just, surprisingly, when the World Marshal Building's right there, there's no giant metal gear in front of it. But, there are the typical white people from Denver, so you know that they're going to be pretty dumb, and they're just going to walk around ignoring the colorful character with a sword in front of him. Looks like he belongs in Nier Automata. But that's cool. That's cool. That's all good. Almost there. Well, I'm sorry. Did Raiden get like a headache? Is he like what? You know, Raiden, you killed many of the exact same clones of those cops in the past. Now, you have no choice but to be cop IDs, cops in front of you, because like now you just kind of gotta like fend them off with like your pathetic excuse for an attack. Ow. Now, you're just gonna last until the next boss comes out the door in a slow motion walk rant. Also, you can't die here. As you can see, I'm down to like 0 health and I'm still alive. You can't die here. They won't let you die. Screw you, Samantha. Sam.
I know. I know. Not so black and white now, is it? Is your cause just?
The lame Power Ranger name.
Fuck you.
How pleased you are to chop away, Jack the Ripper. My name is Monsoon. of the winds of destruction.
Yeah. I guessed as much.
Feasting on the insides of your enemies? How easily you ignore the loss of life when it suits your convenience. So tell me, who saves the weak from the man who saves the weak?
You're the
Stanley.
ones exploiting them. You take advantage of their weakness. Of course they get hurt when you set them up as your human shield.
Kill or be killed, Jack. Phnom Penh taught me that.
Now for a Hideo Kojima artistic camera angle.
War is a cruel parent, but an effective teacher. Its final lesson is carved deep in my psyche. That this world and all its people are diseased.
These cops on both sides are like, well, I don't know what's going on. We're just waiting to club you again.
Something greater. Memes. The DNA of the soul. They shape our world. They are the culture. They are everything we pass on. Expose someone to anger long enough, they learn to hate. They become a carrier. Envy, greed, despair, unease, all that's
How about full of shit? Is that a meme?
You can't fight nature, Jack. Wind blows, rain falls, and the strong prey upon the weak. Sam tells me you see your weapon as a tool. Something that saves lives.
That's not the only thing I see as a tool.
Now there's a pretty meme. Exquisite. It spared you the burden of all the lives you take. Absolved you of guilt when you enjoyed it.